Alright guys, we're back with another Titan guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Northstar Titan. Honestly, this is my favorite Titan and I believe this is one of the weakest Titans in the game. But of course, I made a separate video on that because I didn't want to drop a rant on how much I dislike this Titan on my Northstar Titan guide. I have one objective in this video and it's to tell you guys how to use Northstar effectively, how to play with Northstar effectively, and how to get the best out of it. Okay, this is a support Titan. You're not going to be playing aggressively with this Titan. You're going to be playing within long ranges with this Titan. And I also want to say this is the Titan that is going to take you a lot of patience to use, and it's going to take you a long time to actually get used to this Titan's playstyle. Okay, so with that said, let's talk about the Titan kit. When it comes down to the Titan kit, we want the extra dash, we want turbo engine, and the reason for that is it's because when you're charging up the railgun, you move very slowly, and of course to move faster you can use a dash to, of course, you know, move from cover to out of cover, which of course is something that helps out Northstar a lot. Okay, another reason why you want the extra dash is because, like I said on my Northstar is garbage rant video, Northstar, even if you're at long ranges, if a Titan spots you from long ranges, the Titan is just going to rush at you, and by the time the Titan gets to you, you're going to be with no health whatsoever, and the Titan that you were trying to shoot at and the Titan that you were trying to damage, it's going to be pretty much with almost half of its health. Okay, so you want turbo engine because like that, as soon as you're spotted, you can run away and get into a better position. Okay, and that's why I'm going to recommend two things when it comes down to the Northstar kit. Either I'm going to recommend the enhanced payload if, of course, you want to play within that medium range and, you know, you want to, of course, you know, drop that support, I guess you could say. What this is going to do is it's going to make the explosions of your cluster missile have a secondary explosion, and it's going to hit in a larger range, and it's going to last longer, which means that if you hit a Titan with your cluster missile, you're going to have a longer range of your cluster missiles actually damaging the Titan. Because usually what you do, if you get hit by a cluster missile with a Northstar Titan, and let's say the Northstar Titan has piercing shot, all you can do is just back away and just avoid pretty much all of the damage that the cluster missile did to you. If you have an enhanced payload, even if the Titan does back away, you know, he's still going to get damaged a little bit thanks to that increased range. Anyways, if you do get trapped a lot, if you do get discovered a lot, I mean, you guys want to go with strength traps. This will fire 2 tether traps, and of course it's going to make your escape easier because it's going to slow down the Titan that is trying to pursue you. Now, if you want to play very aggressively, I recommend that you go with Viper thrusters, which is going to increase your movements during the flight core ability, which honestly I don't really recommend that you use it as much because it just makes you an open target, and it's going to get you killed. Okay, but anyways, Titanfall kit, we're gonna go with the dome shield. I've said this many times on my previous Titan guides. So with that said, let's move on forward to the gameplay, and let's see what we can do to play a little bit more effectively with the Northstar Titan. Alright guys, so like I said on my side note, you guys definitely want to have the extra battery boost. Like that, you guys can get extra health with the Northstar Titan. Anyways, let's talk about the secret sauce with Northstar. You know, the thingy that makes Northstar very overpowered. That is positioning. If you guys are in a good position, if you guys are hiding away from the enemy is not going to be able to see you, and you're going to inflict a ton of damage. Right here I actually had you know, an Ion Titan, I believe, actually helping me out with this Titan right here. But anyways, as you guys are going to see, you know, forward, you know, a couple of seconds more into the gameplay, I can actually pop in and out of cover and keep on shooting my plasma railgun shots, and I'm able to take out 2 Titans extremely effectively. Let's talk about engagement tips with the Northstar Titan. Obviously, you have the plasma railgun to do damage, and you also have the rocket. So you mainly want to follow your gunfights with a plasma railgun shot and then throw your cluster missile as fast as possible. You guys want to be on the lookout for those cluster missiles because you get the cluster missiles like very quickly. And again, the secret sauce to Northstar, it's all about positioning. Right here I am able to take out these 2 Titans very effectively. Again, you know, if you play Northstar effectively, you could be doing some pretty good damage, you could be doing some pretty support, but I still believe that this Titan needs, you know, just a small buff to be able to perform with other enemy Titans kind of on an even field, you know, when it comes down to Northstar, of course, playing her role. Okay, so now let's talk about Flight Core. I did say earlier in the video that when you're using Flight Core with Northstar, you're making yourself an open target. So I recommend that you guys use Flight Core only when it's necessary and when, of course, you are on the defensive. Okay, if you see that the Titan is playing very aggressively, activate Flight Core and, of course, try to finish off the Titan. Try to do as much damage to the Titan as possible. Right there, I mean, I saw Ronin. I mean, a freaking Tone, and of course, I hit it up with a plasma rifle, but I saw that he discovered me, so I said, you know what, so let me activate Flight Core. Now it's a pretty good time to do that. When it comes down to the VTOL triangle effect that she has, it's pretty obvious. I don't really need to show gameplay. You guys want to use that so you guys can fly out of cover, so you guys can fly over cover, and then of course shoot the enemy Titans like that. When it comes down to the tether, it's also pretty simple. You guys want to set it up so you guys can slow the enemy Titans down so you are able to make an escape and get into a better position. Like I said for the gazillion time in this video, the secret sauce to Northstar, it's positioning, and of course as you guys can see, you know, if you have the better positioning, you're going to be able to win, you know, most of the gunfights, I guess you could say, with the Northstar Titan, because honestly, like I said, you know, he's not really, I mean, she's not really the best Titan, but yeah, as you guys saw, my battle between that Northstar Titan, I always had the better position, and I was able to finish off the enemy Northstar very, very quickly. And honestly, guys, that's pretty much it when it comes down to the Northstar Titan. When it comes down to engagements, you always want to be in a position where you are able to dish out damage, and you know the enemy kind of struggles to dish out damage to you. You mainly want to focus on your cluster missiles and your plasma railgun. Try to charge it as fast as possible. Also, last but not least, when the opponent's health is on critical, right, when the opponent health is yellow and black, I think what you guys can do, instead of just charging up your plasma rifle shots, you guys can just spam you know, your plasma rifle shots without charging them up, and that should be enough to actually, you know, do some pretty decent damage to them. But anyways, that's pretty much it for my Northstar Titan guide. I hope this video taught you guys how to play with Northstar effectively. It did take me a while to make, so I'd appreciate if you guys would drop the video a like. Honestly, I still think Northstar needs a little bit of a buff just so, you know, the Titan could be more competitive, but at the current state, I guess you could say, if you play very effectively with her and if you're an expert with her, you are going to be able to do some pretty decent damage. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Titanfall 2 playlist will be on the right side of the screen. You guys can subscribe at the bottom left if you're on mobile devices, and check out my most recent Titanfall 2 video. Peace out, guys. See you on the next video, and thank you very much for watching.